The Supreme Court?
I'm the president. I'm the king now, like you said, and go home.
Okay. Good to see you're centrist.
Hey, everyone, hold on, because this is just wild. Some radical liberals are, it's unbelievable, throwing out shocking claims about dismantling the Supreme Court. Yeah, you heard that right. It's causing quite the stir. Imagine the audacity, right? Bill Maher, a staunch advocate for democracy, is totally baffled and, is emphasizing how vital our democratic institutions are. I mean, without them, who keeps anyone in check? They're literally swiping at the core of what makes our system, strong and resilient. Now, seriously, if you think protecting democracy is crucial, then come on, hit that subscribe button. Help me reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of February. Your support totally keeps me motivated to bring you more content, and really, it's a game changer. All right, folks, let's dive into this hot mess. And seriously, there is a lot to unpack here. Okay, so you've got this radical liberal movement, right? That's just, going off the deep end. They are suggesting we should dismantle the Supreme Court if they don't get the decisions they want.
It's only a court in the sense that the court of Louis XVI was a court. Basically, it's a harem, okay? It's a harem. It's Trump's harem. So I always feel sorry for the three real judges on the court. I know a lot of people have jobs, not me, not you, and you have to go to work every day, and there are people you don't like at work. But can you imagine having to go to work every day? Alito? You have to go to work with Alito, with Kavanaugh? It must be horrible. So what Biden should do, not that you asked, but when they passed that law, the Supreme Court passed that ruling, where they said, you're not the president, you're the king, which is what that ruling is. You can do whatever you want. You can never be, held responsible. I thought, Biden's still the president. No one seems to notice, but Biden should dissolve the Supreme Court.
Dissolve the Supreme Court?
I'm the president. I'm the king now, like you said, and go home.
Okay. Good to see you're centrist.
I mean, what happened to respecting the institutions that have kept America grounded all this time? This isn't just a simple disagreement. It's an affront to democracy itself. So these pundits are basically saying the court should be disbanded because of unfavorable rulings. How do you even get there, honestly? Picture this. The Supreme Court, our highest judicial authority, is being treated like, a college debate team losing a match instead of the backbone of our legal system. Bill Maher, who is, typically no stranger to controversy or bold statements himself, was visibly speechless. I mean, the guy often has to deal with pretty radical viewpoints on his show, but this one, it really threw him for a loop. He went on to critique these extreme views, pointing out how without institutions like the Supreme Court, accountability just, vanishes. And that leaves everyone vulnerable, doesn't it? That's the big picture here, folks. Now, things get even more intense when we talk about Donald Trump. He is like the most polarizing figure in recent political history, and yet, after all the trials and investigations, and let's be real, there's been a ton of them, he's still standing. So amidst all this, Trump is somehow painted as the villain, while these outrageous demands to dismantle the Supreme Court are applauded? Are they serious right now? Through all these allegations and trials, he comes out unscathed before the highest court in our land. It's a testament to the fact that maybe, just maybe, the evidence against him wasn't as solid as portrayed. I mean, doesn't that make you wonder? Meanwhile, the audacity of wanting to dismantle an entire branch of government because you're not getting your way, that's not democracy. That's tyranny, plain and simple. This is a power grab hidden behind rhetoric. And so, Bill Maher lashes out at these liberal commentators. He's not just baffled, but pretty angry too. You can see how frustrated he is, really, as he stands there defending the integrity of our democratic institutions. Oh, and the audience reaction. These folks actually cheered this whole notion of getting rid of the Supreme Court. Mind-blowing, right? It's as if they lack understanding of how significant the court is for the checks and balances of our government. Maher points out that calling for the dissolution of such a pivotal institution is not only dangerous, but recklessly ignorant. He's right when he says, weakening the Supreme Court undermines all Americans' rights. Imagine our country without those crucial checks on power. It's literally inviting chaos and autocratic rule, and guys, if you've ever looked at history, you know that's never a good thing. These actions and statements show a blatant disregard for the very system which has maintained America's status as a leader of free nations. I mean, how do they justify this talk of being for the people while actively trying to destabilize the foundations protecting the people? That's the irony right there, and it should make us all deeply concerned about the state of our political discourse today. What's astounding is the complete lack of accountability in their arguments. Bill Maher captures this frustration on his show, rallying for the continued respect and support of our highest court. He emphasized that, without it, both sides would just have free reign to bypass necessary legal hurdles whenever it suits them. And who ends up suffering from that? You and me, the everyday people. This isn't just another political debate or ideological clash. What's at stake here is the heart of the American democratic experiment, the very principles we've stood for over centuries. The commentary and reaction from Maher is like a wake-up call. Do they really want America to be governed on whim, with no structured legal oversight? Efforts to weaken or dissolve the Supreme Court aren't just short-sighted. They threaten to unravel all the progress this nation has made in becoming a beacon of democracy. So, as this radical rhetoric escalates, it's clear we need voices like Bill Maher's who, regardless of political alignment, recognize when enough is enough. Remember, the court exists to ensure justice, fairness, and liberty, values supposedly shared across the aisle but easily forgotten in heated political warfare. So how do you guys see what happened here? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me, do you think the Supreme Court should remain untouchable, a cornerstone of our democratic framework? It's, one of the big questions we should all be asking. Let's get the conversation going.